So I was thinking like just I guess like a as sales manager's perspective, like what do you think about like the importance of like sales meetings or huddles overall?
Yeah, I've got an interesting perspective on it. I know that some managers are like do or die, 5 huddles a week, once a day. They're like all on it. But I know some managers that are like don't need them, right? There's opposite sides of the spectrum. For me, I focus on minimum effective dose. That's really important for me. At the end of the day, as a manager, I focus on workload and I focus on people and relationships. If I have the right people, then my workload is less. But if I have the wrong people, I have more workload, right? And so if I have the wrong people, I probably need 5 team calls a week. I probably need 3 one-on-ones a week with that very same person, right? So that's more work for me as a manager. But if I've got somebody who's, I'm not going to say A player, right? Because A player just it gets thrown around everywhere nowadays, right? Like solid, top tier, balls to the wall closer or whatever. I look for the talent that's like they're a good character, they show up well, they work hard, they've got all of those foundations to a T, right? So I know that without my accountability, they're already being proactive and they're already solving problems, doing the activities. If they do that, there's less work for me. So I focus on the minimum effective dose, which I typically find at around 2 to 3 meetings a week, just to keep the culture going. Because I think if you have 0 meetings, you start to lose a culture. And sometimes negative mentalities can seep, and that this is with everyone. Every top performer goes through it. Even myself, if I don't have that culture, and if I'm in my own thoughts the whole day, I don't really have that support around me, then suddenly there might be these thoughts that come in. I might stay by myself. I won't reach out for help. And so you need to still instill that culture of like support, accountability, high standards. And so I find that 2 to 3 meetings per week is usually pretty good. And then I would do at least one-on-one. And that's just for connection time. Yes, we'll go through numbers, projections, what you need help with in the first 10, 15 minutes. But that last 15 minutes, I'm probably talking about how's life at home? Are you working out? Are you feeling good at the moment? Are you feeling shit? Why are you feeling shit? What are you doing? Like outside of work? Why are you not feeling fulfilled? And it's just a personal connection bit of time. Right. I couldn't give a fuck about sales or the role or the numbers. It's about you. So that's what I find is kind of the sweet spot with reps. I had one rep that was speaking to me saying they wanted like, more one-on-ones, like 2 or 3 one-on-ones, more group support. And I was just saying, well, sure, but I'm probably just overtraining you. And this guy was very good. Like he already had an amazing skill set, super proactive, like was in the trenches, but just still wanted more. And it's just sometimes people can overtrain. This was me. I was one of those reps. I would overtrain. I became less human. I overall actually became worse from just training on like skill set and stuff. So I think that's the main thing is as a manager, I'm focusing on great talent to help me with less workload, and then I just maintain a culture around already great people rather
Yeah.
than I'll just hire who I can. Like even I don't just look for great work ethic, but I look for a base level skill set as well as that. Otherwise, there's a huge learning curve, right? And if people are not at that level yet, that's why they have my community to obviously grow, to improve. And then yeah, obviously at that point, if I know and I'm confident they're ready to go, then yeah, I'm happy to hire that person. So that's my perspective as a manager personally. I'm more in the middle. I don't swing either way. That sounds weird actually, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's also just at the same time having like productive meetings,
Yeah,
you mean? Cool.
exactly. And that's the thing. The meetings that I do have with setters, the group ones, yes, we'll cover skill set. There'll be good stuff in there, but it's also really fun as well. Like I talk a lot of shit in there. I keep them fun, relaxed, like we can banter around. I just want it to be, it's kind of when they come to the meetings, they really look forward to it. They're like, oh, we're going to have a good time. I'm having a real shit time in Darwin right now, but thank God we've got this meeting coming up because I need it. All right. Like that's how I want it to be for setters because the role's very unforgiving as an appointment setter. It's hard to do 250 dials a day and get told to F off all the time and only have maybe 2 or 3 people that might say yes. It's tough, really difficult job. So it's important that there's that time. So I guess yeah, like yes, you'll learn, you'll grow, but you'll kind of decompress at the same time, right? You'll just like, zone out from it, and then you'll be fresh when you get back. And as well as the one-to-ones, that's a place where you can like, yes, we'll go through your numbers, make sure you're accountable, you're high standard, but you can also vent, tell me how you're really feeling, and then use that energy to get more aggressive, when you're back on it again. So.